Democratic DC insiders vote to deny New Hampshire first in the nation primary. But New Hampshire Democrats aren't backing down. The DNC
Well,
is...
yeah,
Yeah.
of course they're not.
It's literally in the state constitution. Yeah. They tried to do this last time too, didn't they? Did they actually get away with it last time?
What is
Trying to make a different state the first. I don't think they did last.
They can
Yeah.
like they because it's in our state's constitution.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. And I get, like, I understand. I don't really care. I don't really understand why it matters to anybody
Yeah,
whether we
same,
go
kind
first or not.
of.
Like, we go first and then we lose all relevance.
Right.
Like, the second it's over, nobody cares about it anymore at all. It doesn't mean anything. Like, I guess, sure, it's like, well, maybe, you know, the people that should go first is like a state with a major city that has a much more diverse. Here we go. I'm gonna get it fucking in trouble for being too anti-woke again, but like,
oh man.
oh no, it just doesn't matter, dude. It's really like
Yeah.
whether New Hampshire goes first or not doesn't actually have any and it's the first in the nation primary. It's not like we go first in the general election. That's crazy. Like, who cares? Is it again, just so unimportant. So what can we have a conversation about abolishing the Electoral College? Can we have a conversation about abolishing the Senate? Like, what are we doing? Talk to me about something that actually means something. That's stupid.
But now this is going to be a huge battle thing. The DNC's Rules and Bylaws Committee voted Friday to hand South Carolina the first 2028 primary. The second consecutive cycle the National Party has passed over New Hampshire. Oh, yeah, they did try to do that last time. Didn't we just, like, go ahead and say, like, nope, we're not listening to that. We're doing it first anyway? I don't know. So stupid. DNC is also moving to adopt harsher penalties. A rogue state would lose all its delegates, and candidates who campaign there would get banned from official debates. State law means New Hampshire votes first anyway. So how the fuck is the DNC going to enforce this type of thing? Are they're just going to cut out anyone who doesn't, like, listen to this?
Democratic National Committee doing undemocratic things. Why am I
what a
not
shocker.
surprised? Dear Lord.
A fucking shock.
So incredible. Oh, it's in your state constitution that you guys get to have the first primary. So that means you're a rogue state. What the fuck?
Insane.
Why don't you just hand it to the fucking libertarians in our state? That's exactly what they want. That feeds right into their whole fucking narrative. Like, why would you give your opposition more power like that?
Yeah, because they don't fucking pay attention to, like, states like New Hampshire. They don't give a shit. They're just like, fucking, I guess. I don't know.
It's such a meaningless conversation, and all it does is make it even harder for Democrats to have any degree of success in this state. Like we're already maybe one of the worst Democratic state parties in the nation because of how completely how incredible failures we are at being able to push back on the Republicans. Because all they do is they just say, oh no, everybody's too conservative, so we just have to tack further and further to the right. Now we just have two Republican parties in the state of New Hampshire, but vote blue no matter who, kids.
Yeah. Unless it's the wrong blue, then don't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Unless you're Heath Howard, then never vote blue.
Never. You're not allowed.
Right.
Yeah. Right. I think I have a video to go along with this as well. Let's see.
Well, Krista, in 2024, New Hampshire Democrats managed to work around a relegated primary and pull off a relevant contest, but This looks like the sequel, and to borrow the title, The Empire Strikes Back. The vote was not close on the committee, with New Hampshire earning only 4 votes in favor of the leadoff spot on the DNC calendar. While the committee set selection criteria of rigorousness, fairness, and efficiency for selecting the first state, in the end, this debate turned out to be about which core constituency of the party.
Like, what makes that state fairer than any other state? I don't understand this. It's just like, what?
Party this committee thought deserved the first primary, and some Democrats even argued they want people to stop using the words first in the nation.
Stop using the language first in the nation. What we are doing today is telling the story of who we are as a Democratic Party.
What does that mean? What is that even supposed to mean?
Dude, I can't. Like, I can't. I don't like this.
Like,
this breaks my brain so bad. Like,
this does what for equity again? I'm so confused.
Why are we doing language policing when there is literally fucking Gestapo in the streets? There are fucking flock cameras going up that are recording your fucking license plates and tracking you. Like, who fucking cares? Who the fuck actually cares? Like, this is crazy.
Dude, fucking
so stupid. So fucking stupid.
DNC is just fucking wasting all their goddamn time. Instead of embracing candidates that have actual popular policies, they're just like, yeah, let's just fucking infight and fucking, you know, sniff each other's assholes and fucking, you know, like, what the fuck are you guys doing right now? You're going over like some like statutory random shit that has like no bearing on like the current you know, politics of the day. You're just gonna be you're gonna infight about this stupid shit? Like, really? Like, really?
It's fucking
Priorities.
Shuffling deck chairs on the Titanic, dude. Like, your party is a failure. Like you are getting your asses handed to you by DSA right now. Like, yeah, like, of course, this is the type of nonsense that they care about. They're useless. Like,
insane.
Dude, Ken Paxton, fucking, or not Ken. What's his name? The not Ken Paxton. That's the jackass from Texas. No. The guy, the chair of the DNC, the dude who like paid his buddy to like do the autopsy, and then like they paid him like an insane amount of money to do the autopsy, and then the autopsy was just AI slop.
Yeah, didn't they say it was he did it for free though afterwards? They're like, oh, this is just like when they started getting criticized about it, and like there's like, hey, this is written with ChatGPT at least partially in here. They're like, oh, actually it was a buddy of mine and we did it. He did it for free. I didn't pay him.
Now I need to double check that, but I'm pretty sure they paid for that.
Oh, I'm sure they did, but you know, they're trying to say like, we didn't waste the money on that. What are you talking about? No, I just called a buddy of mine, like fucking Rick Harrison, and I was like, hey, what do you know about you know, election autopsies? Called up a buddy of mine.
It's Ken Martin. That's who I'm thinking.
Martin, yeah, that's
Ken
what
Martin
is
his name.
So ridiculous.
Hampshire Democrats told us this afternoon they are not just going to accept this relegation, and they will be taking this fight to the upcoming meeting of the full DNC in Texas next month. Jen?
And ultimately, the New Hampshire Secretary of State.
They're meeting in Texas? That's another what the fuck. I guess not. I mean, like, a Democrat is quite possibly going to win there for, you know, governor. That's. I guess that should stand in.
Oh, no, I guess you're right. They didn't pay anything.
Right, supposedly. It's just a weird story that they are.
Yeah. But I mean, like, look, even if they didn't spend any money to do that, like, it's still just like that's their mindset. They're simply an ineffective group of people that like they have been beaten so deeply and thoroughly by a bunch of insane fascists that they're just like trying to become the new Reagan Republicans.
Right.
And it's not working because
it's
nobody wants that shit anymore.
Yeah, it's like
Literally
Democrats
nobody
want
wants.
to do like Republican policies, but they want to have the decorum of like 15 years ago for the Democratic Party. That's what it seems like. You know what I mean?
Which fundamentally
that doesn't
alienates,
exist anymore. There's like
right, fundamentally alienating their entire voter base.
literally, yeah. It's insane.
Will determine when this state holds its presidential primary. Our Kendra Broda spoke with Secretary David Scanlon, who says the Granite State will still go first.
Of course.
Yeah, that's right. Secretary of State David Scanlon says New Hampshire
Back to New Hampshire, and New Hampshire responds with nuh-uh.
will still be holding the first in the nation presidential primary for the 2028 election. Now, under New Hampshire state law, it must hold its presidential primary a week before any similar contest. Scanlon says New Hampshire will be following that tradition, even though the DNC voted for South Carolina to be first and Nevada second. New Hampshire is known for its first in the nation status. Scanlon pointing out candidates don't need a lot of name recognition here and says they don't need a lot of money to run a good campaign in the Granite State. The DNC indicated it might punish candidates who don't abide by the party's primary calendar. I asked Secretary Scanlon about the rules targeting candidates with severe sanctions.
I think that's unfortunate.
Well, this is also the problem with having a two-party system where the parties themselves control the voting. Like that's, you know what I mean? Like they're in charge of the primaries. They get to decide like what happens during the primaries. They have the final say over who gets like picked when it comes to the presidential like primary and things like that. So what the fuck is going on here with, you know, democracy in the Democratic Party?
So like I always thought that it was Republicans that didn't respect the law. Right, like I was pretty sure that like if there was a law in the books that like Republicans were pretty traditionally the ones that were like, you know what, fuck that law, we're not gonna like adhere to it, and like
Yeah.
you know, look at Donald Trump does it all the
Yeah,
fucking time.
that's
Apparently the Democrats are like they're like, you know, we should dip our toes in that water too.
right. Not for a good cause, mind you, but just
Like,
some procedural
it is-
bullshit like this.
Right. Like, I'm sorry, if they actually want to change that, then maybe they need to sink some time and effort and money and like, you know, in general, just like drive into working with New Hampshire working with New Hampshire lawmakers to change the law. Like, I'm like the solution to this is to change the New Hampshire Constitution, which can be done, by the way. It's not like it's impossible to do a constitutional amendment in the state of New Hampshire. It's very possible to do it. I mean, in terms of the apparatus offers you a way to do it.
Right.
Whether it's politically possible is a completely different conversation. But like, you can't just be like, well, it's politically impossible, so we're just gonna like go to another state and kick and scream about it, and then sanction candidates and punish our own candidates if they don't stick to our rules. Which, like, again, you are losing like crazy
Yeah.
right now. Why do you think that's a good idea?
Right.
Like, why do you think that's a good call? Like,
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 let's
if-
sabotage our own candidates. How about that, you guys? That'll help us win.
Right.
Like, fuck, what?
again, it's like, and it's like if you're going to be like, yeah, screw New Hampshire, then you're basically saying to like people, they're like, yeah, like we've given up on that state. We've
Right.
completely given up ever trying to get anywhere with that state, which is preposterous to me because there's a lot of people that like it is not unheard of for Democrats to win in New Hampshire. It's considered a purple state for a reason.
Yeah.
So if you just want to if the national party wants to like jam two middle fingers in the face of every single Democrat in the state of New Hampshire, that's not going to go well for you guys.
Right.
I think
Not
that's
good-
really
yeah.
not going to go well for you. Because
It's not going to go well for
At
the
best-
candidates that are super fucking supportive of, you know, the Democratic Party as a whole either. Like, you know.
right, at best you have sort of like liberal cucks that will just like vote for Democrats no matter what, but still hate them and talk about them negatively on the internet. That's your best case scenario, right?
Yeah.
Step down from that is you actually disenfranchise voters and you suppress voter turnout for Democrats in the state of New Hampshire. So that's super bad.
Yeah.
Even worse than that, you actually drive dumbass Democrats to start voting for Republicans. And then you've lost an entire you've effectively it would become the Democrats, the National Democratic Party's fault that the state of New
Mm-hmm.
Hampshire turned from purple to red.
Yep.
That's it.